Hello, everybody. Uh, Happy May the 4th, Star Wars Day, for all the Star Wars nerds out there, which is the reason I'm doing this video. I was planning on doing some review some movies that I've seen in the last few months, but unfortunately all of them have been terrible and it's not worth. I'm still going to do a review on the Batman, which was a good movie, but a few that sucked and just not even worth it. The Fantastic Beasts and Secrets of Dumbledore was terrible. The Sonic movie was just average, nothing special.
Yeah.
I plan on again doing the Batman and hopefully a Top Gun one when it comes out. But today being May the 4th, I'm going to start a new series, taking movie series and ranking them from the worst of the worst to the best of the best. These are my opinion. Obviously, everybody's not going to agree with me, which is okay. And hopefully I'll be starting a new series of different series. I'm going to be doing the Skywalker series with a few honorable mentions like the Rogue One and Solo. And I'm going to, the spoilers obviously ahead, and I'm going to be also, and I've explained this before, but I'm going to be explaining this again. I'm going to be talking a lot about Legends and canon in this video, and I'm just going to do a quick explanation so you understand what I talk about. Legends is anything that was book, video game, TV series before Disney bought. Disney bought in 2012, so anything before that is considered Legends. Non-canon. Canon is Disney stuff. Anything like the Rebels, Last Jedi, Force Awakens, any of that kind of thing is considered canon. So like Kylo Ren, Rey is canon. People like Mara Jade Skywalker, things like that would be considered legends. Books like the Shadows of the Empire is Legends, no longer in the storyline. At the moment, at least. Some people like me think that Mara Jade might become canon again, so things always change. Thank God. Okay, number 9, the lowest of low. I think most people probably will agree with me on these first couple. Some of these probably you will totally disagree with me with, which is okay again. Number 9, the worst of the worst, in my opinion, Last Jedi. The Force Awakens I loved, and it's actually very high up on my list. So we spent 2 years after The Force Awakens wanting to know more. Who's Rey? what the flashback when she touches a lightsaber was about, what more backstory to Ben Solo / Kylo Ren. Obviously, who's Rey's parents. And we really didn't get it. And then in the next episode, we revealed Rey's parents, but it was totally stupid, in my opinion. This is one of the movies that typically fits on the TV. I might watch a little bit of it, but mostly I skip over. The things I did like about it, though, and there were a few. I love the Yoda scene, the Force Ghost Yoda. That was really cool. And I loved the ending on Crate with Luke and the battle. Luke using the doppelganger, whatever you want to call it. The kind of the redemption of him, I guess you'd say. The that's pretty much it when it comes to the movie that I liked. There was a deleted scene I kind of liked. There was one deleted scene where they had him. It was one of the lessons. And it kind of showed how flawed the Jedi were. Basically, Rey notices a group of people walking towards the caretaker village with torches, and Luke explains to her that they're pirates or raiders that go and steal from the caretakers once a month, and do bad things. And of course, Rey, being Rey, good guy, that wants to help him out. And Luke explains to her that the Jedi way would be to do nothing, because that would unbalance the Force. Her going and helping the caretakers out in the Jedi's mind would probably do more damage than just ignoring them, because she won't be able to always be there to protect them, and if she goes and helps them, they'll come back with more people and do more harm the next time. And it was just an interesting analogy of the Jedi. Yeah, they're flawed. They weren't these perfect people that, we were taught. Overall, I give this probably like a D. Again, the Force Ghost thing was cool. Yoda, the final battle was cool. The death of Luke was sad, but redeeming. The characters, nothing special. I did love one of the early on in this first act, the bombing scene of the dreadnought. Definitely World War II analogies they used with B bombers. Next up, I'm definitely going to be picking on the new movies. That's my number 8 is Rise of Skywalker. This one I was so hyped for and so excited for, and it just did not go to my expectations. I wanted Rey to be a Skywalker. She ended up not. The Knights of Ren were used poorly. They like made these Knights of Ren to be like these bad that ended up having hardly any part in the movie. The Palpatine thing was cool, but I felt like they probably could have done without bringing him back. And then when you see originally the script, they changed writers, and originally it was going to be called Duel of the Fates, and it was going to be based in Coruscant, which is the big city planet from episodes 1, 2, and 3. And they're going to have a huge battle, space and ground. And it was going to be kind of like this French Revolution like style movie, or based off of the French Revolution. They even had a guillotine scene. If you ever get a chance, look up Duel of Fates script or look up the concept art. It was really cool. Rey had a double-bladed lightsaber for the whole movie. She actually created her own and used it in the movie, which I felt like they should have done in this. A double-bladed lightsaber makes more sense with her, but she used a staff in the first one. I kind of wish they would have kept with the Duel of Fates instead. She stays a nobody. She's not a Palpatine. Duel of Fates, which I would have rather had. I would rather her stayed a nobody than a Palpatine. I thought it was stupid. Back to the Rise of Skywalker itself. They underutilized the characters they should. Kelly Tran, who's Rose, got written out of it pretty much. And then that again, they do all the Fates, and she had a way bigger role. Finn, they hint at the fact that he is Force sensitive, but they never really went any farther with just hinting at it. My problem mainly too is the third act. In August 2019, like August, September, October, November, 5 months before the movie came out, they did a reshoot for Rise of Skywalker. And they brought in George Lucas himself, the creator of Star Wars, to write the third act and give his opinion on what it should have been. Which, genius idea. This is the guy that created it. They should have brought him in from the beginning. At least as an advisor. And supposedly his idea was the scene at the end where all the Jedi talk to her and blah blah blah. Originally, they were planning on the Jedi actually showing up in Force Ghost form and actually fighting along Rey. They actually shot it, brought the actors in to, and they shot the scene. They just ended up deleting it, just using the voice. It would have been a whole lot cooler if they would have kept with the George Lucas version, in my opinion. And then last, I mentioned the ending scene. I think they said that there was 3 versions they filmed, different endings, and one had Rey with a small child. Didn't really say whether it's hers or not. And also, basically the same ending, but with the child, and there was a Jedi temple being built in the background. That would have been cool. I did enjoy the ending. Very emotional, sad, but... Number 7, I think it's another one a lot of people agree with me. I actually made a change on this one. Phantom Menace. Oh, what a terrible movie. The reason it's not any lower is because there are actually some very good things in it. The final duel, Obi-Wan, what's his name? Qui-Gon and Darth Maul. Great. The pod race, great. The politics stuff, boring as, terrible. But I mean, obviously, politics are setting it up for episodes 2 and 3. You know, I get it why they did it, but yeah. Again, the final duel, getting to see actual full trained Jedi fighting the lightsabers was cool. Because before, you had this old man versus a robot, and you had Luke versus Vader, again robot, but Luke wasn't fully trained. I mean, he you know, so we didn't really get to see a full Jedi at their peak yet. That's what we got with Phantom Menace, which was cool. Number 6. This one's probably going to get a lot of people like, what? Really? Empire Strikes Back. This is one of those ones that if it's on TV, I skip it over. I'm just not a big fan. There's really nothing about it I like. I mean, now that I think about it, maybe it should be lower on my list, but I just have so much hatred for the last 2. Yeah, just again, I think other than the duel at the end, there's nothing positive I can say about this movie. It's just, I I have a thing. My least favorites are always the second in the series. I mean, it's Last Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and the next one. Just, they're my favorite. Don't really have anything other to say. Next one is Clone Wars. The reason this one went up, this one I used to hate a lot, but as I've watched it over the years, it's kind of gone up a little bit. The things that I loved is obviously you could see the Clone Wars for the first time. Or sorry, Attack of the Clones. I'm sorry, why is it called? It's not Clone Wars. Attack of the Clones. I'm sorry, but you finally get to see the Clone Wars. It was only referenced in New Hope with Obi-Wan. You get to see the origins of Boba Fett, Jango Fett, his dad, which is definitely cool. The god awful acting by Hayden Christensen. I don't like sand. This is a movie though that if it's on TV, I'll watch a little bit of it. Pretty much, what you're waiting for is the final act. The Clone Wars start, the duel between Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Count Dooku. Sorry. And then the big reveal. Finally, could see Yoda fight with a lightsaber, which obviously thumbs up. That was cool as shit. I just had to deal with the stupid romance thing. Again, and the same with Empire Strikes Back. The freaking stupid romance. Yeah. Number 4. Revenge of the Sith. This one I loved. My only complaint is the length. It's, I think, almost a 2.5, 3 hour movie. Things I love is the Kashyyyk Wookiee thing. Obviously, the final duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. You finally get to see that. And, I mean, that was one of the best lightsaber duels out of the whole series, in my opinion. From original to... out of all these, the best duel. I'm excited to see this Obi-Wan Kenobi series at the end of the month. Because Vader's supposed to be in this. Obviously, Obi-Wan is. Rumor has it that they are supposed to fight. We'll see. Can't wait to see it. I don't have a date for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but it's at the end of May. Watch it. I think it'd be good. You finally get to see the transformation into Darth Vader, which was cool. The transformation to Palpatine. You see Yoda and Palpatine fight, which again, that was cool. The General Grievous character, I thought it was stupid. The multiple lightsaber things was pretty cool, but and this is number 4, but it's overall a good movie. You know, they explain a lot, and finally get to see what, you know, to set up everything that you get episode 4, New Hope. So, number 3, Force Awakens. I love this movie. Again, when Disney bought the rights to Star Wars in 2012 until the 2015 when that movie came out, I was so excited. A lot of people complain was that it's too much like A New Hope, which, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's pretty much A New Hope rewritten. I mean, you know, this unknown person living on a desert planet and has to rescue this droid. There's a big Earth-sized planet-killing thing that you're gonna destroy. Yeah. But that's what I loved about it, is it's the story that I know. I enjoyed it. I wish Luke would have been in it more. I mean, the one character I was looking forward to most, you get literally like a minute screen time. Mark Hamill even joked that they had him, you know, get all buffed up for the role, and he's like, yeah, they had me work out for like a month in order to shoot a 5 minute, or not even like 1 minute scene. All right, next. The next two were really hard to decide. But number 2 is going to be, for me, New Hope. A lot of people probably think this should be number 1, and I was debating over putting it in number 1. But it's just not my favorite. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just Return of the Jedi is my favorite, and it's always going to be my favorite. But New Hope, obviously, the OG original, great story, great you know, and it uses a lot of lore, you know, what do they call it? The Sword in the Stone, the King Arthur, and samurai, and it's a great overall story. We wouldn't be here talking about Star Wars if it wasn't for this movie. So hard one. Number 1 and number 2 are I've debated over for quite a while. Last but not least, Return of the Jedi, or Revenge of the Jedi. Originally, the movie was going to be called Revenge of the Jedi. And if you have original poster with Revenge of the Jedi in it. You might want to hang on to it. I think they're worth quite a lot of money. So I love the movie. It's Jabba the Hutt. The duel on the second Death Star, the Death Star attack, the Luke, you know, facing his demons. I guess the having to deal with his father being Vader. the I every time it's on TV, I always watch it no matter what. Same with New Hope. I'll even watch it when it like on Disney Plus. This is why it's in my number one. I think the only negative is the Ewoks. I think they're so stupid, but kind of a little funny side note too is when they're filming the indoor scenes, they filmed it in the Northern California, and they actually had to have Chewie, the actor who played Chewie, put on like like one of those stop sign vests. I don't know what they call them. The big yellow vest that you wear for like crossing guards and like hunting, because they were afraid that somebody might mistake him for Bigfoot or a bear. But the whole fursuit on, so they ended up making him wear this vest when he's walking around off camera. So he did get shot by hunters. It's honestly a true story. Look it up. Just enjoyed it. I think the it's always going to be my favorite so far. And I know I mentioned I was going to bring up Legends a lot in this, but it's already a 30-minute video, so two honorable mentions. First, the Solo. Probably be on my list at the bottom. Probably be number one at the worst. Number 10. Just terrible. If you want a good Han Solo movie, or if you want a good Han Solo book, there's 3 of them. Legends. Here I go, Legends. It's his early years. There's 3 books. Paradise Mirror, I think, is the first one, and I can't remember the names of the other 2. But it goes into the how he got his name, his family, how he's able to speak Wookiee. If you ever get a chance, buy the books or find them on audio. They're great reads. I've read them multiple times and I love them. Just Solo just didn't live up to expectation. The Kessel Run was underwhelming in my opinion. There was no freaking Jabba the Hutt, which I felt like there should have been. Boba Fett should have been in, I thought. Darth Maul was cool, but again, I just felt like Darth Maul appearing. It should have been I don't know. Nah, it just skip the Solo movie. If you haven't seen it, it's not worth it. And then Rogue One, which would be probably in my top three, maybe four. I love this movie. It sets up the New Hope, uh, stealing the Death Star plans, set up for New Hope. The there's no lightsabers and no. I mean, there are, but it, you know, very, very like Saving Private Ryan kind of war-based movie. You could see the early stages of the rebellion, the a bunch of new craft, which were cool. The Death Troopers, which were awesome. Vader was in it. They used him very sparingly, but it worked. I think he's only in like 2 or 3 scenes in the whole movie. Getting to see him in the back to tank was cool. Fortunately, you don't get to see him being put back together. You just see him hanging with the suit off, and then you see the water come down, and then it shows his face. Not a lot much more. Then it cuts to him in full suit. And then the ending, which was the best, with the hallway scene with Vader cutting down the rebels. It was just so cool. And when the Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian season 2 finale, when he did the hallway scene with the Death Trooper, or with the whatever those freaking troopers are called from Mandalorian, it was like flashbacks to Rogue One, his father. It was just so cool. Both of those scenes were so perfect. So, check out Rogue One. Definitely worth it if you've not seen it yet. Unfortunately, I guess I probably just spoiled it for you. Real quick cap. Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Phantom Menace, Empire Strikes Back, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens, New Hope, and then Return of the Jedi. Well, thank you again. Please get my name out there. I want to keep making these videos, and it's the views are getting low, and any of my friends out there, please spread my name out there and give me some advice. I'm always saying, please make comments. Don't be afraid to give me negative feedback. It's okay. I want to listen and improve, and I can't improve unless somebody says, hey, do this. But you can't improve unless you get some feedback. So just let me know, and hopefully this will be a start of a series of a different series. I mean, I'm planning on probably doing a Saw one, Halloween, Alien. I know I'm talking about a lot of horror, but these are my favorites. Uh, Maybe Harry Potter. Who knows? And then again, let me know if a series that you wanted me to do it on. Uh, Thank you again. I plan on doing uh, the Batman review. And also, I'm thinking about doing another one on cool little Easter eggs in some of my favorite movies and urban legends. I think I plan on making that one next. So stay tuned. Thank you, and happy May the 4th.